Greetings. I recently bought some US Silver Eagles year 2021 from sdbullion.com, and I've been waiting 3 weeks for my package, even though I paid for the 2-day shipping, their express shipping, whatever the option is. But they were backlogged because there's such high demand in the year 2021 for silver, and it took a long time for it to get to me. I try to buy Silver Eagles every paycheck that I get because that's the way that I like to save. This is my personal preference, and I think it's a really great way to save cash for the future, to preserve my purchasing power if I wanted to put that away for a number of years. The reason I do this is because a lot of times I might impulse spend cash or something else that I have, and then I regret it in the future. But then when I have cash, I don't know what to do with it. Now, if I have a coin, I could sell that if I need to, but there's an extra barrier to that. It's not quite as easy to exchange for a chicken sandwich at Wendy's or McDonald's. If I have a silver coin, the face value is only $1 that I could spend that would be recognized as legal tender. And I want to make sure that I could preserve it. And let me cover that for a second. And it's very easy to sell when you want to, but this is the way that I like to save. It's hard for me to hold on to cash. I'm sure a lot of you could relate. Some people can, some people can't. But if I have a thing where I have a hard time controlling my impulses, what I personally do, I like to buy stuff that's going to hold value. And if I had been doing that since I started to save extra money, since after I moved out of my parents' house, getting a job and everything, if I had just done that over the last few years, instead of all of the other nonsense that I had spent cash on or blown cash on, I think I'd be much better off now. You're talking about, just how it adds up over time, and that's why Acorn's so popular. But I like to get these Eagles in tubes of 20 if I can. It's a nice way to get everything in such a way that it's very easy to store. If you think about it, in this tiny little roll that's a couple of inches wide and like less than 6 inches long, you have 2.5 pounds of silver. And that's really awesome. And I put this out and I like to look at it. And whenever I get a new package of coins, I'm very excited whenever I have to wait for it. Because then when I actually get it, it's really satisfying once you get the package open and you get to look at it and you hold this and you look at that. That's so beautiful. Silver's the most reflective metal. Wow, look at that light in my eye. Even through the screen, it's very bright. The way that it reflects light is so brightly. It's almost in the scale like a perfect reflective body, polished silver, and I like this a lot. I think this is a very beautiful way that I could hold something of value. I really like to look at it. I like to stare at it. It feels good to hold it. And the fact that collecting bullion, this isn't really coin collecting, it's stacking bullion as a way of saving, because what you stack is you add numbers to the stack grows higher. This is a way that it's become very popular to save in recent years, but as you see it grow, it's something that you could be proud of. When I flip it over like that, that's how you could tell. That's one of the features of it being real. It's a widely recognized coin. So if it doesn't flip over the way that you see here, like this, then it's not going to be, that's definitely fake. But I wanted to show you guys what I like to keep it in. I have this H40 Direct Fit from On Fire Guy on Amazon. These coin holders, these plastic, what do you call them, casings, I found that some of the other brands that sell, they're supposed to be the same size, intended for US Silver Eagles. It's supposed to be airtight brand, but I've noticed they crack. And this particular one I like because it fits every time, and I noticed it fits the best, and I've tried a couple of them. There might be others out there that are good, but this is the one that I like. And when I put it on the coin, you can see that it forms a protective case, and it's still very transparent and very easy to see. Still very, very reflective. Very beautiful. And I like to hold this. It's a bit more difficult to store this way, but I'd rather be safe than sorry because I want my coins to remain in pristine condition as much as in my control. And I don't want anything to happen to it because this is something very precious to me. This is something that I'm going to save for very many years. So I want to make sure it's protected, and just look at that. That's beautiful. I love it.